He was a grand boy who laid it down in Charlotte, D.C. And now the country boys all around the world He got it knocked out, he poppin' bubbly. So we have the traditional and we have the Roth. Now with the traditional IRA, the IRS says, okay, if you let the money stay in, you're past 59 and a half, and you still don't need the funds. They're still growing tax deferred. The IRS says, hey, when you become 72 years old, you need to take money out of this account. Because the IRS just wants you to pay some taxes. Because it's been growing tax deferred the whole time. And you say, okay, they say you have to take some money out. And based on, your life expectancy, and they're going to look at your life expectancy and how much money you had in the account the previous year on December 31st. And they're going to say, all right, you need to take this amount out of the account at a minimum this year. And so you take the money out. Now, if you don't take the money out, then the IRS is going to flag it and be like, hey, you were supposed to take some money out of your account and you didn't. So the amount that you were supposed to take, we're going to penalize you 50%. So that's 50% of what, if you had to take, you were supposed to take 1,000 out, 50%, you're going to have to take 500 and give to Uncle Sam as the penalty because you didn't take the money out when you were supposed to. Now with the Roth, because you've already paid the taxes, you didn't try to deduct it from your income each year. You paid it after tax money. It's been growing tax deferred. You don't have that minimum distribution requirement. So when you come 72, you just leave the money in the account. Both of them, you're taking, you're going to leave the money in the account. Even with the traditional IRA, you're over 72, you take the minimum amount out, but the rest that's still in the account is still growing tax deferred. And say you pass away, then the money can go to the listed beneficiary that you have on the account. So it's not like someone is just going to take your money once you die. No, you have a listed beneficiary on the account, and the money would go to them, your spouse or whoever you list on your IRA as the beneficiary. Now, individual IRA means you are doing this individually yourself. So, I like E-Trade. E-Trade is the platform that I use. So you would go to E-Trade, and when you're getting ready to open the account, it says, what type of account do you want to open? And you're going to open an IRA. Now, it's two types, traditional or the Roth. Both of them growing tax deferred, but you're not going to be able to say, okay, I just want one IRA and I'm going to put both types of contributions in. No, you're going to have a separate traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. Now, one thing that you could do, though, if you've decided you've already opened up a traditional IRA and it's going along, you can do what's called a recharacterization. So you can say, okay, I'm going to pay the taxes on this now and move it over. And now we're going to call this a Roth IRA. We're going to pay the taxes, recharacterize it. Now it's a Roth IRA. And then it continues to grow tax deferred. And when you pull the money out over 59 and a half, you don't have to pay the taxes on it. So Roth IRA, traditional IRA, both of them are growing tax deferred. One after tax money, one pre-tax money. One, you have to take some money out when you get 72. The other one you don't. Both, when you die, go to your beneficiaries. And again, inside of those accounts are the type of investments that you want. If you want stocks, you want mutual funds, index funds, whatever those type of investments are inside of those, as they make the gains, you're not being taxed on them. And, again, when you pull the money out of the Roth, you're not being taxed again there either. So it's the first one on the IRS.gov for the retirement plans. Individual retirement plans, IRAs. Sit back, don't have to do nothing. Just let this money work for you. And that's what we do. Carolina boy, got my folks loving it. From the tour bus riding, headed down the road. I got it all mapped out. From the backstage party to the after show. I got it all mapped out.